Jupiter in the sixth house. Well, what does this mean for you? Well, Jupiter in the sixth house basically denotes you could have a really pleasant attitude toward your work environment and working with others. You know, you could be a real problem solver. Jupiter in the sixth house can also denote, depending on the sign it's in, you got to look at that too. But Jupiter in the sixth can mean that you maybe work with foreign people, foreign lands, foreign travel. You could be a pilot. You could be teacher. Also a writer, publisher. But there's something about your work and work environment itself that would make it pleasant, you know, like you would make things harmonious and pleasant with your coworkers. You know, you could be a problem solver at that time, you know, with it in the sixth house. Also, yeah, I just want to look at my notes, make sure I wasn't forgetting anything. People may look at you to resolve issues and problems, you know, and they may look at you for advice or, you know, I personally have this in my sixth house, and I do teach classes, astrology, online, teleconference. If you want to sign up, go to my website. And yeah, the next session's in November. And also, I do, you know, help people with advice and so forth, and I pretty much get along with people I used to work with because much now I'm by myself. But you know, it can make you kind of don't sweat the small stuff with Jupiter in the sixth house. You could be very philosophical type in your job, spiritual. Sixth house could be spirituality. It could be religion. Maybe that you work at a church or like me. You know, I consider what I do rather spiritual, on the spiritual end of things. But you know, Jupiter in the sixth house expands what it touches. So you could work many jobs before you kind of figure out what it is that you want to do. You know, I will say Jupiter in the sixth house would make you, I wouldn't say that you're the type of person who would be kind of out of work a lot. You would probably work a lot. You would probably, you may enjoy work. You may tend to not know when to stop working. And I will say, Jupiter in the sixth house can be great for health, because the sixth house also rules your health. So it could bless you with a better, you know, just, you know, a better, your health could be a little bit better with Jupiter in the sixth house. However, if there is a health issue, Jupiter can expand what it touches, you know. And sixth house usually rules like the intestines, the stomach, you know, things like this. So even though I have Jupiter conjunct Mars in my sixth, you know, I can get stomach issues, you know, and maybe it's because it's conjunct my Mars. But I will tell you this, Jupiter in my sixth, it makes me overly optimistic about my diet. So let's say I say, oh, you know, and don't laugh, you're going to laugh when you hear this. If you have Jupiter in the sixth, put a comment below, because I think this is going to be funny. Because I can be like, okay, I can't have sugar, and the doctor says no sugar, or have it in moderation. Well, somebody with Jupiter in the sixth house, they do not know moderation. You know, like I remember he told me, you can have a little bit of, you know, M&Ms or something, just don't go crazy. Well, before you know it, the whole 1 pound bag was gone. I was like, oh, but it was so good. And one time he said, okay, when this first started, you could have nuts, but not peanuts, cashews. And I said, oh, okay, I can do the cashews, that's fine. So I was, you know, for protein. So I was eating the cashews, and I was not feeling good, and I called him, I don't feel good, and what's going on, and this and that. And he's like, well, how many did you have? And I said, the can. And you would never know it. I'm like 95 pounds on a good day. But it seriously, I do not know, like, boundaries with you know, and because Jupiter is conjunct my Mars, I have a ton of energy, so I don't gain weight, you know, which is great for some people, but in my instance, because I'm on this stupid food restriction, it's hard for me to gain weight. So I need all those nuts and peanuts and everything to get a little fat. But anyway, That's just my rant. But if you have Jupiter in the 6th, it can make you not know when to stop. So let's say you're working, and I've done this too, where you're working and, you know, all of a sudden I'm like, oh my God, I feel kind of faint. I didn't eat dinner. I've been doing readings all day and I didn't do dinner. I didn't eat. So sometimes I can work like a workhorse and I won't think about, did I eat today? So Jupiter in the 6th house, you may have to watch overly working or overly eating things that maybe you shouldn't, or really pay attention to the moderation. Because even though I think I'm good with moderation, if I really tried, you know, but I know you watch a little TV and, you know, in between readings, I'm, snacking here, snacking there. And that's not good, you know, so anyway, just letting you know, if this is you, put a comment below. We need to talk. Anyway, let me know if this was accurate for you, and give me your experience of Jupiter in the 6th house in your natal chart. I'd love to hear it. And hopefully, I'll be putting this on my website so we can add a blog, so we can all talk. So that will be kind of cool. Anyway, let me know if you would like a reading. Please go to the website under services. Choose the service that you feel would be appropriate for you, and we will hit the ground running and we will do your reading. Just so you know, natal readings and solar returns are recorded. Relationship advisor session are not recorded, as you have the option at the end of the reading to add more time if you wanted to. Anyway, let me know. All right, I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.